thank you everybody. My name is Robin van der Wiel. I work at ArchiExcel. I have been working there since October last year. And I work both as a developer on our own products and as a consultant. And today I'm here to give a talk about an extension for creating and managing inline comments. So what is this extension? It's an extension that we currently use in our platform under the name Smart Comments. You might be familiar with the name Smart. It's a prefix to a lot of our extensions at the moment. But we are thinking about releasing the extension to the community and then possibly renaming it to a little bit more of a meaningful name, Semantic Inline Comments. It was originally developed by Erwin Oort, managing partner, and Yuri van der Bogert, lead developer at ArchiExcel. We released it earlier this year to our customers, and since then I have been also working on one of the newer versions in which we implemented a lot of new features, did a lot of bug fixes, and made it more suitable for our customers. What will I be talking about today? You might think yet another extension to make comments or discuss about wiki pages. What is different from what is already there in the community? I will show you a little bit how does it work, what are the main functionalities, and what are some of the internal functionalities. I will also talk about the integration with Semantic MediaWiki, of course more relevant today, and I will give also a short live demo. So there's a lot of extensions already in the community, either to post comments or to structure discussions a little bit better on the discussion or talk pages that wiki pages have. Let's have a quick look at what is already there. One of them is comment streams, of which Cindy is one of the authors. You see here a screenshot of the UI. It's a commenting extension which places a commenting box at the bottom of each wiki page to which users can post comments. Other users can reply on those comments. It has a notification system built in using the Echo extension, a watch list system built in, and it's a very nice extension as well. We have two extensions that are focused on the discussion or talk pages of certain wiki pages. Structured discussions, which was previously known as Flow, is currently unmaintained. You see here also a screenshot of the UI. It places these discussion boards on the discussion pages to which users can add topics, and on these topics other users can again reply, allowing for structured discussions. There's also discussion tools, which is built in with MediaWiki version 140. The UI is somewhat similar. They also live on these discussion or talk pages. And then there's one with quite a similar name as to the one that I'm presenting today. It's called Inline Comments. From the screenshot you can see that the interface is somewhat similar to the way we are used to commenting in, for example, Microsoft Word or other office editing tools. It has only been available since July 2023. I only found out about it a couple weeks ago when I started preparing the presentation. At the beginning of this year we were not aware of it yet, and then it's only been available since July. It does not have any integration at the moment with Semantic MediaWiki. It uses page slots to store the comments that are placed on the wiki pages, and it does not at the moment provide a centralized way of seeing all the comments that are currently living on all of the wiki pages. So then we get to our own extension. How is our extension different? Well, you see here at the bottom of the page what this inline annotation looks like. So instead of using the discussion or talk page of a wiki page or using a comment box at the bottom of a wiki page, we use inline comments. That means that we highlight the text inside the actual wiki page and we provide a pop-up to where the user can then see some comments. So the inline annotation makes it immediately clear to the user that is looking at the wiki page to what specific part of the text the user is referring to, which makes it very powerful to make comments about certain sentences or certain words. We also give users, like the other extensions, the possibility to reply to comments, to mark comments as resolved once they have been handled, to delete them, and some other functionalities that I'll get to in a minute. Together with one of our other products, which is called Smart Publish, where we have two wikis, one as an editorial wiki and one as a publication wiki, where content is prepared on the editorial wiki, and then once it's marked as ready, it is published to the publication wiki. This extension on the editorial wiki is very powerful because it allows editors to communicate with each other, to give suggestions to changes that might be necessary in the text. And once all the comments are resolved, the page can be flagged for publication after that is pushed to an environment that is public to everybody. So it's a very powerful extension to support this process. How does it work? Well, we implemented 3 main functionalities. 1, an interface through which the user can place comments and reply to other users' comments. Secondly, an integration with Semantic MediaWiki, allowing the semantically querying of comments using SMW. And third, we implemented a special page to provide an overview of all of the comments that are currently on the wiki, together with some management functionalities. So the first one, what does the interface look like? Well, if we are on a wiki page, we get this new tab called the Comments tab, and once you click it, you enable the commenting mode. And from that point, whenever you highlight or select a piece of text on the wiki page, either by double-clicking a word or by marking it with your cursor, you get a nice pop-up that asks you if you want to add a comment. And if you then click this button, you get this input box, all using the OOUI forms, where you can put some text inside the comment box and can then save your comments. We also allow the semantically querying of comments using Semantic MediaWiki. So every comment that is added to a page is also added as a sub-object to that wiki page. And if you then use an ask query to query for sub-objects of the type semantic inline comments, you will see all of the comments that are currently there. I will dive into this a little bit deeper later on. And then finally, we implemented this special page. For now, it's called the Smart Comments Overview page, but I guess the name will change whenever we release it. You can see at this point it has only 1 comment, but we see a number of functionalities. In principle, this will show you all of the comments, both the open and completed ones. So the completed ones are the ones that are marked as resolved or completed. It has a number of filters, so you can filter on the status, you can filter on all of the pages that currently have 1 or more comments, and you can filter on the author that has posted those comments. And at the top you see the 3 buttons. They are some management functionalities. You can either block placing new comments altogether, so the Comments tab that I showed you previously will disappear for those users, and you're able to delete all of the completed comments or all comments altogether, which is more of a dangerous functionality. So let's talk a little bit about the internal functionality of the extension. The extension introduces 2 new database tables, which is where we store all of the information for the comments. One for the anchors, so the way we trace the comment back to the actual part of the wiki text the comment is referring to. And one table to save the comment data, which contains the actual comment text, the author, the date and time it was posted. We use the MediaWiki slot functionalities to quickly access previous versions or revisions of a wiki page, because we use those slots to maintain a record of the actually rendered page. So also the contents of when, for example, an SMW query is evaluated. We do this asynchronously using a job, and there's a system built in as well, a mechanism that will translate the anchors of the comments whenever the wiki page is edited. So for example, when we add new words, we again redetermine the position of the comment. There's 2 levels of rights or permissions built into the extension. One is for editors to be able to post new comments, and one is a management functionality, so sort of admin rights, which will allow you to see the special page and to use the management functionalities that we built into the special page. Yeah, that's the mechanism that updates the comment anchors, which I just told you about. There's also a mechanism built in for broken comments. So imagine, for example, that at one point someone commented a piece of text, and that piece of text was removed, but the comment was not resolved yet. It will show you a broken comment at the bottom of the wiki page, indicating that there was a piece of text related to that comment at one point, but it has disappeared now. One nice thing that I will also show you in the demo is that it has a screenshot built in. So whenever you click the broken comment, you will also see a snapshot of the page slightly around of the text where you put the comment. I think maybe there was an example here as well. Yeah, what you see here. So this is not the actual wiki page. It's an image of the wiki page that was created when you highlighted the text and created the comment. And of course, it has the automatic shifting method. So what does the integration with Semantic MediaWiki look like? Well, it's not required. It only has some added functionality when Semantic MediaWiki is installed. It's not a requirement to use for our extension, but it does come with an added benefit, namely that each of the comments are added as sub-objects, allowing users to semantically query all of the comments currently on the wiki page. This is an example of what the sub-object looks like. You can see it has the most basic data, so a date time. It has an identifier to be able to relate to the comment. You can see who it was modified by last. You can also see the author, which in this case both is me. The revision ID of the page, it belongs to the position here. So you can see the part of the text that was highlighted when I created this comment. And an index number there as well. And of course the actual text here of the comment. So this is an example query that you could write to get a very short overview of all of the comments that are currently in the wiki and showing the author and the part of the text or the comment text that is in that comment. So future works. I'm posing it a little bit in the form of a question. I know there's a lot of extensions to do this stuff already. But we think that we, with this extension, have developed quite some new functionality as well. So would there be any interest to release this extension to the community? Do you think it's a benefit? Do you see any use for it in your own wikis? Maybe we can have a discussion afterwards, but I see some nodding heads already, so that's a good sign, I would say. We also have some other functionalities on our roadmap that we would wish to implement in the extension as well. So support for editing existing comments, some way of editing the comments. At the moment that's not implemented. The solution would just be to remove the comment and place it again. But we were definitely thinking about it. And at the moment it does not have any integration with the watch list or a notification system. So we are looking to support notifications using the Echo extension as well. And possibly even new feature requests from our customers, depending on what they need, what they would think is a benefit to add to the extension. So now I think it's the time for a short live demo. I'll take this seat right here. And let me switch back. Sure, this is running. All right. So you can see here a wiki page with this nice lorem ipsum generated text, just some default text so that I could fill this wiki page with some content. And you see here at the top the commenting button. So when I click it, the commenting mode is now enabled. And whenever I double click a word, so I make a selection, I see this add comment button. So let me post this new comment, save it. The page is automatically refreshed with the comment mode on. The text is now highlighted, so you see the small yellow highlight and also an icon in the margin of the wiki page, which indicates that there is a comment on that location.
Do you need to refresh the page?
No, that's a way to, we force doing that, but we are also looking for a way to dynamically load the new comment. Yeah. This is the comment box that I just made. It does not have an option to reply. We have disabled that authors can immediately reply to their own comments because then they just need to be more specific in the original comment message themselves. You can only comment when someone else has left a reply on your comment or when you are replying in first instance to somebody else's comments. You also see at the top here some buttons. There is a way to close the pop-up. There's a way to mark the comment as resolved or complete. There's a way to delete the comment. And there's a quick link to a page overview. So when I click this, it opens up the view of the special page, and right away it filters on the page that I was currently on. So right now it's on the test page. When I remove this filter, it will show me all of the comments that are currently on the wiki. So I see that there's 3 pages right now that are comments on it. I can also open the comment box from this page. So when I click this icon, it will show me the screenshot of the comment that I just placed. And it will also have when you have the option to reply. So if I open another one that's made by someone that's not me, I will be able to see the reply box there. Also, when you click the comment from this page, it will immediately open the commenting mode and it will show you the comment that was placed. And I'm able to easily place a reply, after which again the reply functionality disappears. Once comments are resolved, you can mark them as completed, the page will be reloaded and it will disappear from the overview, but it will still remain to exist on the wiki. So if I go back to the special page, you see now that the comment in the middle row has the status completed, but it will still be there. It's also possible to reopen it then. As I said earlier, there's a way to block all of the comments that are currently on the wiki. So when I enable the blocked mode, confirm that I want to perform this action, and then when reloading this page, the commenting tab will disappear and I will no longer be able to place new comments, as a way to maybe pause the review process that is currently there, or allowing editors to stop new comments from coming in. The nice part about this is that when we actually open the comment from right here, an editor will still be able to mark comments as resolved without allowing users to post new comments. Of course, there's a way to delete all of the completed comments. So right now there's 2 of them. When I perform this action, we will only have 4 comments remaining. And there's a way to delete all of the comments, but I won't do that for now. So yeah, that's a quick demonstration of what the smart comments or the semantic inline comments extension looks like. Let me know if you want to talk about it more or if you see any use of it for your own wikis. Thank you.
We have time for questions.
Yes.
I'm sure there are questions. I'm sure. Wouter.
Can comments overlap? So a comment on a sentence and a word in that sentence?
No. No, the extension will block it because it will say there's already a comment that is currently containing that piece of text. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we first install this extension and later install Semantic, MediaWiki. What happens then?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think at that point, only the new comments that are created will be added as subobjects. But I think it's pretty easy to implement some kind of initialization mechanism that will create subobjects for all of the comments that are currently on the wiki page. Yeah. Oh, the good use case. I hadn't thought of that yet.
You can use this kind of extensions as a kind of gateway drug. Yeah. You lure people in with a good extension. Yeah. And then you see, we can use it with Semantic
MediaWiki.
Yeah. Let's install Semantic MediaWiki.
You're not allowed to comment on your own comments.
I wonder whether there is a light version of this extension just for the annotation part.
Ooh, and what functionality do you think would go away in a light version?
I'm not thinking about comments or something like this. I'm more thinking about tagging.
Just the highlighting in yellow.
Yeah, the thing is, I just want to, I'm just looking for an easy way to tag some words or text and give it a name and not leave the original text in there, so I can use it for querying later.
Okay. Could be interesting, yeah. I mean, basically the functionality is already there. It would just be even easier.
I don't want to mess up the extensions. Customize it for my
perhaps a different extension. Jeffrey.
Yes, thank you. Well, I think this is an exciting extension. I'm really super happy to see it. I asked a few questions in the chat, and I think Yuri, your colleague, has been answering some of them, which is awesome. It looks like I might have gotten some things mixed up here. So first of all, he's informed me that the extension is already real time. So if I post a comment on here and someone else is already on that page, they'll see it pop up in real time?
Probably only on a page refresh.
Okay, so in that case, with all due respect to Yuri, I don't think it is real time in that case. So that's, okay, then yeah, it'll be something interesting to look forward to implementing. But my original question was, what happens when the page has been edited and an anchor position has changed, but the job queue has not yet had the opportunity to process that change? How will the extension respond in that case?
I think that the job queue will only, at that point, it will compare the current revision with the one that is hidden in the page slot that we use. And at that moment, it will automatically make the translation, but a job will be started to update the contents of the page slot with the latest revision, so that in the case that another page edit happens, it will again be able to perform that translation.
Okay, so it doesn't actually ever impact what the user sees?
No.
Okay.
Not that we have noticed, no.
Okay, wonderful, cool, that's very smart. Thank you.
Follow-up question on that one. Follow-up question on that one. I didn't quite get how the comments are anchored. They are anchored in wiki text, or where are they anchored actually? On the HTML output?
I think they are anchored in the wiki text, so the highlighted text, and then we have a JavaScript extension, JavaScript library that determines the index of the highlighted text.
So what happens if a user in the HTML marks part of a result of an ask query and makes a comment on that?
That's an interesting case. That's one that is partially implemented. So right now, what we are doing in the page slot is that we are saving the entire result of the ask query. So the rendered version of the ask query. And then at a later time, when the ask query could have a different result, so some of the semantic data is changed, which leads to a different result of the ask query, we need still some way to hook into that activity happening.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting case because it's a change of the page contents, which is not triggered by any editing.
Exactly,
It's just happening.
Yeah.
Somebody refreshes the page and suddenly something else is there and the thing you commented on is completely different.
That's one we're still working on,
It's hard to solve. Also, small comment, I'm not sure that semantic inline comments is any more attractive than smart comments. If I would be looking for a nice comment extension, and I mean, I'm not sure we need to put semantic in front of everything. We don't want to scare people. I mean, if they realize some cool functionality comes with installing further extensions, that's good enough. I mean,
Well, inline comments is taken by now, so we might need to find a new name altogether.
And perhaps it's easier to make it inline than to make it smart, or no? We have a question.
Yeah, there has been the abandoned extension semantic text annotator that does similar things, but then what it did is you could mark something and say, okay, this is a process, and then you would get a form where you could fill in the process details. So you would kind of annotate text to then be filled into a page form. So that could be an interesting use case that you probably very easily can cover with just having the opportunity of entering a comment or creating some new thing with a new item with a page form.
I haven't heard of the extension yet, but it's maintained actively.
No.
Okay,
it's
unmaintained.
It's abandoned, so this is missing. So
Okay, I see.
Thanks, Robin.
Sure.
One quick question. Does it also integrate with Visual Editor?
No, not yet.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Robin.